Sawadee krap, it's Tuesday, August 13th. I'm JP Mestanza, and this is Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. Let's start with our top story. The site of the under construction resort complex building that collapsed on Sunday, crushing to death 3 Myanmar migrant workers and injuring 8 others, has been sealed off for safety while forensic police complete their investigation. Let's start at the beginning, as the La Vita Phuket Resort, still under construction on Soi Tavi Saman in Rawai, had collapsed shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, and by 4:30 p.m., 1 construction worker was confirmed dead, while at the time 11 people were hurt. That update came for 8 people hurt in the incident, taken to local hospitals. Rescue workers labored through the rubble all through Sunday night, and by 2:30 a.m. recovered the body of another man, Ming Nang, while a third man was found at about 9 a.m. yesterday morning, but workers needed an hour and a half to remove the concrete rubble to recover the body. The identity of the 2 out of the 3 victims were not disclosed. Chalong Police Deputy Chief Lieutenant Colonel Somsak Sopakan vows that charges will be pressed for the deadly building collapse, although an investigation by forensic police has yet to conclude first. But in the meantime, Rawai municipality have issued an order declaring it a danger area. The building that had collapsed was meant to be 2 stories high, and the company has yet to post any public statement on the building collapse. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. More problems, this time at a building in the Wichit area of Phuket behind Central Phuket Floresta Shopping Mall, as police have yet to determine the cause of a fire that broke out at a condominium still under construction there. Saturday's fire broke out at about 3:30 p.m. at the Base Central Phuket condominium project on Muang Naka Road in Wichit, which started on the ground level of a building still under construction, scheduled to be done by next year, according to the developer's website. At least 4 fire trucks arrived at the scene, and no serious injuries were reported, although 1 construction worker was taken to Siriroj Hospital for possible smoke inhalation. Fire officials are still investigating the cause. Following reports of newborn dwarf sperm whale Hope recovering well at the Phuket Marine Biological Center, the PMBC, over the weekend, the news broke this morning that the infant mammal has died. Hope died at about 11:23 p.m. last night, according to PMBC Chief Kongkiat Kitiwatanawong, after contracting an infection over the weekend. The baby dwarf sperm whale was found beached alongside its mother back on August 4th, rescued by villagers in Penang province. Both he and his mother had severe skin abrasions from being beached on the sand, and his mother, who had an infection, did not survive. Hope was recovering under 24-hour care at the PMBC ever since, and despite veterinarians' best efforts, still contracted an infection and succumbed to pain and septic shock, sepsis, and severe dehydration last night. Sit tight, Phuket Extra will be right back after this. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. A horrific story out of Trat province, as the abbot of a Buddhist temple in the province's Muang district was shot dead in full view of other monks and devotees just as morning prayer began on Monday in dawn. At about 5 a.m., a witness told the Bangkok Post that a man carrying a pack of milk entered the pavilion, walked toward the abbot as if making an offering, but he pulled out a gun and fired at the 60-year-old Prakru Kiti Sarakosol point blank range right before morning prayer. The gunman then fled. About 60 devotees were at the scene when authorities arrived at the temple, finding the body of the abbot on the floor with 3 gunshot wounds. One man, a 61-year-old, was arrested just an hour later, according to the Bangkok Post. And at last report, he was being held at the local police station there. Computer coding will now be in the lesson plans for students in grades 1, 2, and 3 as the Education Ministry places it in the curriculum of schools that falls under the Office of Basic Education Commission, Obec. Deputy Education Minister Kunying Kalaya made the announcement yesterday at a press conference in Bangkok. She will oversee the project, which will allow and support schools to teach coding on a voluntary basis, noting that because not all government schools can implement the project because of a lack of resources. 1,000 primary school teachers nationwide will be selected, trained by experts in a 3-day training program in September. After that, these teachers will be sent across the country's 30,000 schools that are ready to begin carrying out the project and pass along the knowledge to other teachers, according to Deputy Minister Kunying. It's important to note that the first phase of the project does not require computers, saying that instead, students will be taught unplugged coding, or coding concepts that are meant to improve creativity and logical thinking in these students, and that once staff and equipment become more readily available to more schools, they will then begin with plugged coding using computers. And that's it for Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. We'd like to get your feedback on any of the news you just watched, so drop us a line in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. From all of us here at the Phuket News Center, thank you for watching, and until tomorrow, stay classy, Phuket.